guys, I'm back with another review. Again, I'm super excited about this one. As soon as it came out, I saw a video on Albert Kim's channel and I had to have it. So I ordered it pretty much on impulse right away. I probably should have waited a little bit longer. Haven't tested it out yet. I haven't had a chance, so I ordered it and it's kind of been sitting here in my apartment for a little bit. But I finally got the time, so I wanted to make a quick video to show you guys what I like about this and hopefully do some flights and give you my thoughts at the end of the video. So I'm going to be showing you a little bit of this. It says it is the BWhoop B05. You can see it right here, the world's lightest BNF brushless FPV drone. And if I'm not mistaken, this is right, you can see there 22 grams, right about the same weight, and that's without battery, but that's right about the same weight as my actual Tiny Whoop with the brushed 615 motors, which if this is actually 22 grams, that's amazing. I mean, this is like right about as light as you can get. I'm super excited about this one because I'm going to be flying this mostly indoors. As you guys know, I live in New York City, so I have to do most of my flying indoors lately, and because of it, when I saw this, I got super excited. My Tiny Whoop is one of my favorite quads. It is a Eachine E010S, and there's a video that I made for it along with some mods that really make it a huge improvement and really make it a beast that's incredible to fly. But the one gripe with it is that it goes through motors like nobody's business. I think you can get like 20, maybe 25 flights out of motors, and by that point you're kind of killed them. So when this came out and I saw that it had some brushless motors instead of brushed, I got super excited. So I'm gonna be checking it out. I had been debating between getting this one and the Eachine Dust X58, but the Dust 58 had some issues that I didn't want to deal with. So when this came out, like I said, I ordered it right away, and now I'm going to be flying this, I think, for a good bit. So it comes with a manual. Albert Kim did a quick little overview like this. It tells you pretty much everything. It's a pretty good manual. I mean, it shows you pretty much everything you need to know about the craft, including a full channel list, which is really nice, and it has a lot of channels. So that's nice. You're never going to be in need for getting a really great signal. It comes with all the bands, race band, Fat Shark, etc. So that's pretty exciting. It tells you how to set it up and bind it to your Tyrannus. So this is the Frsky version, and I believe they're all Frsky actually, because they're based on the Fish Pepper F3 board that has the Frsky receiver, Frsky, I always say Frsky, Frsky receiver built right in. And they're actually really cool because I believe they actually call it by name. They actually give credit to Fish Pepper for his design, which I know some folks are upset about that Banggood and Eachine did not, in fact, give him credit. So let me see if I can find it in here, because I remember seeing it. Yep, Fish FC. So, and they give credit to him also on the site. So that's pretty good, because they're supporting somebody who put a lot of work into the hobby to give you guys something awesome. So that's pretty awesome. Sorry I'm talking so much. Comes with a little battery. Doesn't seem too bad. It is micro-brushless, so that's nice because there's a ton more of those out there. And 25C, which seems like a low C for this type of battery, but I believe this quad does not draw too many amps. If I'm not mistaken, these motors over here don't draw more than like 1.5, 2 amps at top speed. So you should be fine with the C rating for this bat, if the C rating is accurate, which you never know with C ratings. Comes with its own charger, so that's nice. The last one I reviewed, which was the Bat 100, did not come with its own charger, so that's nice that this one does. and extra props. So these are the 40mm props with a 1mm hole. So you get an extra set, and you get a screwdriver, so you can do all your fixing. It's a pretty fat screwdriver, actually. Usually you get one of those super small ones, so that's kind of nice. So that's there. And now for the star of the show. So a couple things. It comes with these these rubber bands, which are cool nylon ones, and hopefully that'll mean that they'll last a little bit longer. But just with any of these, the rubber bands can get pretty worn out, so it's worth just buying a set of like loom bands, like the black loom bands that you can get like 1,000 for like $1 at the dollar store or something. So get some extra rubber bands to hold the battery tight. And one thing that's really cool that I hadn't checked out before is that it comes with these super tiny 7x3 motor mounts. So these are super tiny silicone mounts to get rid of some of those vibrations for your motors, so you can soft mount them. So that's pretty incredible. That's actually really awesome. I might be ordering some more of these for my BWhoop because I think, you know, anything that helps improve the performance and get some vibration isolation from the FC is always welcome in my book. And the star of the show. So here we have the BWhoop B05, and right off the bat, I love this thing in terms of looks, at least. You know, I can't speak to performance yet. Stay tuned for that part of the review. But man, look at this thing. It is cool. Sorry, I'm like a little kid excited about this, but this thing is pretty awesome. Just looking at it right off the bat, you got the 703 1500 kV motors, and I believe these are only rated to 1S, but that's fine. I know that the Dust X58 has 20 kV motors, but I think these will probably do the trick. I don't think you need too much more, especially. So yeah, so because it's such a light craft, I don't really think you need something crazy like the 20,000 kV motors. It comes with a little tiny fish pepper F3 with an integrated Frsky receiver, like I said, a 4 amp ESC, a 48 channel 600 TV line camera, and you can change the channels in there. You're probably gonna have to get in there with something to poke them because it's hard to get them from here. And it comes with this little canopy, which is kind of cool. I think it's not super necessary, but it's awesome that they put something in there that's going to protect the camera a good bit, and maybe give you a little bit more aerodynamic capacity also, just because of how it is. Now, I don't think the mount is adjustable, so if you want to get more tilt on that camera, you're going to have to figure something out yourself. I might have some tips for you later. This little tiny prop guard is super light, super thin, so it does seem a little fragile. It's kind of flexible, so I am a little bit worried that I'm gonna end up cracking that. The whole kit, I think, for replacement is about 10 bucks, and it comes with extra of these and everything, so if it does break, I don't think I'll feel too bad about it, but you know, it is pretty thin. I wish it was just a fraction thicker, but I guess they wanted to keep the weight down because that's the biggest selling point for this one. So it looks amazing. I'm gonna go set it up. I'm gonna bind it to my receiver, and I will put some flight video and give you my final thoughts. Stay tuned. Hey guys, I'm back, and by this point you've seen the flight video, and I wanted to give you my final thoughts on this. And I know that I said this about the Bat 100, but I think these companies are really starting to come up with some really amazing bind and fly models for these quads, and I'm so excited. I think these micro-brushless are by far my favorite type of craft to fly right now because of where I live, which is New York City, and having to mostly fly indoors. So wanted to give you my final thoughts on this. As you can see, this is the whole package. I've shown you guys this stuff before, so I'm just going to focus on the quad. I think this thing's a beast. Honestly, I think I can't recommend this enough. I really think that if you love little tiny whoops and you're considering getting something to fly indoors that's not going to burn through motors as quickly and that's going to give you a lot more fun, a lot more power and versatility, this is the way to go. This thing flew amazingly on the stock PIDs. I didn't touch them, I didn't play with them, I wanted to fly it as it was, and I didn't have to change anything. I mean, this thing just zooms around and does everything you need it to do. It stops on a dime. It's got a ton of power. It's super responsive and stable. The camera angle works perfectly. I thought it was going to be a little shallow, but you know what? Like, it's about there, and it's really just spot on. And these little, 15,000 kV motors, 703, brushless, and the 4 amp ESC is perfect. Honestly, I don't even know how much more I can say about this, other than that it's just almost perfect out of the bag. And I think, this little thing, I was afraid it was going to break, but it crashed a good bit, and it hasn't. The fact that it's flexible, I think, helps a little bit. One thing I will say is that I did have to make a couple of modifications because the way it came, there's a danger of you potentially breaking the motor wires, and I kind of did that, and I had to add some liquid electrical tape, but I'll talk about that in a tiny bit. So, like I said, because this is a little bit flexible, if you crash land kind of hard, this can pop out and go up and hit the motor wires because of how they're positioned. So what I ended up doing was using some liquid electrical tape and just putting it there, hopefully you can see it, at each corner so that it would stay put. And then what I also did is added some liquid electrical tape in between the motor wires right here and the stators, so that not that they would bind, but enough so that even if the motor wires got pushed up, they wouldn't get cut as quickly. Now, the other thing that is a little frail is this canopy. Now, what you can do is, like I did, is first I added some tape behind it, because you can see I tore it just a tiny bit right there. So I added some tape behind it, and then I used a little tiny rubber band all the way around so that it holds it tight and it doesn't pop out. Because I was finding that when it would crash, it would pop out, then it would partially block the camera lens. Because it fits pretty tightly in there, which is actually kind of cool, the way that it's protected but also surrounds it. So other than that, adding that for some structural stability, I did add a little bit more over liquid electrical tape right where the motor wires are soldered onto the ESCs, because that's a potential place where they could, through the vibration and other things, become unsoldered or rip a pad. So I didn't want that. I went ahead and did that in preparation, or rather in hopes that it doesn't happen in the future. But other notes is you have to plug it in to your battery when you are setting up beta flight. Otherwise, the the USB will not power the flight controller, and that's known for these fish pepper all-in-one receiver FC combos like this one has. But other than that, I mean, it's not a big deal. You just do that, you bind it. It's really nice that, unlike with the Dust X56, the bind button for it is on the side, so you don't have to undo the whole thing. And then, you know, finally, I think what you have here is just a little tiny beast. It's super fast, handles amazingly well. I'm so hyped about this one. I don't have the Dust X58 yet. I think I'm gonna get it just to compare it to this, but I heard a lot of people raving about this one, and when I saw that it was the lightest brushless drone, and it does stand up to that. I measured it, and it is extremely light. I think this is amazing. But other than those little things, this thing flies so well. It is going to very quickly become my absolute favorite drone. I don't know if I'm going to end up flying my other tiny whoops as much anymore, because this just does everything so well. So that's it for my review. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I really, really appreciate the support. Like I said, I'm trying to grow this channel, and you guys are helping me so much. Please feel free to ask me any questions you have in the comments. I will put down some of my links. All those are my affiliate links. They'll be in the description. You can see where you get this. You can see where you can get some extra batteries. If you click on those links, it's going to help me out, because it's going to be able to make me put some more back into the channel. Anything I get from the affiliate links, I just put right back into the channel. I don't spend it on other things. So I really, really appreciate you guys helping me out in that way. I also say I haven't added these yet, the little silicone things, but we'll see. Maybe I'll make an update in the future. In any case, thank you guys. You guys are awesome, and see you next time.